Right, hello everyone, welcome to Hercule 9505, final stream of the evening, HRF1, round 10 of the season, and we are at Interlagos, Brazil. So, trap map. Right, who's the third? Oh, good me. Alpha Tauri's across the line. Okay, well, here we go. The two Alpha Tauris, Chris and Ronaldo, both started their laps. I don't know what accent was supposed to be. Look, don't write to me about the accents. I don't care. I know the accents I do are terrible. I don't need your nutty letters telling me. So, Chris, what can we do for us tonight? As you see, full 20 grid as well. Always nice. These races in HRF1 Sunday and Monday have really proved to be fantastic races this season, and obviously the Monday one I don't stream. I race in the Monday one streamed by Trent, but he streams on YouTube, so no difference to myself. Apparently wasn't on. I thought it was on with the driver who was first out on track, but it wasn't. It's 108.6 to get us underway from Volungus. Not a bad starting lap at all. 108.7 for Chris, 110.4 for Ronaldo. Chip Van early in his lap. Oh, Bowden had a little spin. Wallace has retired out. And shame at having taken so long, I think, to get into the lobby. Or to get into the right car or something. There we go. Who just crossed the line? Fit of Defiance, 112.5. X11, 124, so clearly not a proper lap there. Who was that coming round? If I can find them, it's Pete. He's on an outlap, of course he is. Let's go to the McLaren. They were on an outlap as well. It was Junkie Emperor, but the Gooners here just come up to the end of sector 2, 51.8 through the second sector. As the Gooner then keeps the car to the left, and he's first time of the evening. He's a 108.5, goes fastest for the moment. It's the Heat Gang on his way round. Literally just raced in the last race I just commentated on. If you're watching that, you recognise the name. And, it's a very difficult race in full wet conditions at Mexico, so... Where am I? Where have I gone? Right there now. Junkie Emperor going out what I will be referring to as the final corner for the evening, because I don't count any of these as corners, because they're just little sort of kinks in the road, really. Junkie Emperor across the line then, 108.9, goes P6 for the moment. First to sit for the McLarens at the moment. I think the eventual pole position time will be nearer the 108.0, maybe even high 107. We'll have to see, but something like that. Wallace, don't be silly, it's fine. If anything, it was actually quite helpful because my last stream ran late, so I only just got into the lobby in time for the start, so it actually helped me. Right, Hunter just comes to the end of sector 2, 51.799, so 51.799. See what he does. I think that's just. I'm trying to remember. I think that was just slower than what the Gooner did. Chardinho 108.4. Whoopi goes fastest 108.2. 108.6 from Hunter. So yeah, he was just short of what the Gooner managed. Just come down. Ronaldo just started the lap. Slightly down in the first sector. X11. He's improved the earlier time up to a 110.4 as he spins it. Spins it round, but he's already back going again. Hayden just started the lap. Oh, Wallace, you're going to do a Lewis Hamilton Brazil 2021. What did he do then? No, I do remember actually. I do know what you're talking about. And yeah, it's one hell of a performance. Why did you retire out though? Why you wanted to start from the back today? Biden through the sort of trickier section of Brazil, the middle sector, sector 2. Starts at turn 4 and continues right the way through to here. It's a huge sector compared to the other two. Biden on his way towards the line then to get his first time of the evening on the board. And 109.1. So I think I'm right in saying that Brazil is the second shortest lap of the season after Austria. Although it's pretty close with Monaco, but the fact that you can see 107s around here probably means, in qualifying, probably means it is slightly quicker than Monaco. It's not by much. He binned it in the pits. Yeah, well, I can't really laugh, mate, because I literally did that in a championship decider race where I was second in the championship and trying to win it, and I yeah, well, less said about it. Basically, there was a safety car out, I was exiting the pits, I really needed to nick for a wee, so I paused the game, and as I stood up from the seat I accidentally hit pause again and it just drove straight into the wall on a championship decider as well, where I was genuinely in with a real chance. So yeah, that one hurt a little bit, but not really. But I actually saw, I don't know how, but I did actually see the funny side of it. Anyway, chip van, da-da-da-da-da. Coming up to the end of sector 2, 51.9. So we know 4 attempts up, Chip Van, but we know we're a little bit off what Daguna and Hunter are doing. So I think we're looking at a high 108, maybe even a 109. He could just have a little bit of a shaky moment out of the final corner. And no, 108.8, so we managed to keep it in the 108s. Lost a bit of time in the final sector, so he knows there's still a bit more to come yet. And Daguna, oh, he's heading for the line. No, he's not. He's on night lap. My apologies. First to last one. It's, Thanks for joining again, James. Thank you to everyone for joining. 12 of you out there at the moment. Thank you very much. Choosing me for your Sunday night entertainment. Me and HRF1. Junkie Emperor, by the way, has improved his time up to 108.599 to put him into P5, so McLaren's currently running P4, P5. And it's Daguna. Well, with a hefty improvement at the moment, this is going to go to P1. Don't see anything wrong with the exit out of the final corner, so this surely will be P1. Yeah, 108.1 for Daguna. It's fastest at this point. Still a way to go yet. Still holding out hope that somebody might just about break into the 107s. It is a big ask, mind, on a single lap around Brazil in actual qualifying. Time trial's pretty easy, but I say it's pretty easy. It's obviously that depends on the person, but yeah, it's not that difficult in time trial really. It's in qualifying it is quite difficult to go under 108. Thanks, James. I mean, of course there's not, obviously. My amazing farmer voice keeps you entertained. So Dino on his way round then. As he managed to find the time, let the rest of the lap to improve a bit. Oh, in fact, he's in the 107s. And we know he lost a 10th in the first sector, so it's not plenty more yet to come. So 107.9, so we do get a 107 this evening. Very nice lap from Cialdino. I think the last race I did here, the pole position was 107.6. Now, I can't remember what league that was actually, but still, always a track that people do really. I guess definitely not on a lap there actually. Monsters, no. Yes, I think just starting a lap, so let's stick with him. Yeah, a track people really look forward to. I used to, but I don't know. Not as keen on as it used to be, but I can understand why actually that people do look forward to it. It is the track in real life. It's the track that sees the most overtakes throughout the season, normally. And obviously that's what people watch for. It's for the entertainment. So Chris rather wide through the right-hander there. I should have thought that's going to cost him quite a bit of time. See what he's like through sector 2. Well, he is up a 10th. Surprises me, to be honest. He's very wide in that right-hander. I honestly thought that would have lost him quite a lot of time. It's still up. And it's going to be pretty tight between him and Monsters for P9 here. Maybe even for Volungus, actually. Oh, in fact, he gains quite a bit more time in Sector 3 and moves up to P6 in the Alpha Tauri. Hunter is not on his way, he's on an outlap. Van, 3 tenths up, where is he? He's on his... Oh no, he's just finished that lap, so he's 3 tenths... I don't know what's going on. Lycorius, a couple of hundredths up in the second sector. Oh, I haven't done a hilly hot lap yet, have I? I need to find someone. Is that no. Lycorius improved slightly time-wise. Nicked ahead of Mr. Heatgang actually, so into P14. Fatal is on an outlap. Now they're slightly up. Actually, let's go to Fatal then. So, oh no, alright, it's a little bit. X11 then to start the hilly hot lap. So into the Senna S. Use a second for the Senna S. I'm not surprised at that. I think most people use third or fourth. So into that opens up the DRS, and he's not actually on the lap, is he? No. Okay. We'll try again. Who's that Red Bull? Can I find that Red Bull? No, that Red Bull is nowhere to be seen. Massey, I think. Very slow. May even be out of fuel, I'm not sure. And it's up in sector 1. I really need to get the hilly hot lap in. Right, where is Monsters? Monsters is just behind Hunter, so let's go with Hunter then. Cialdino retires from the session. Bit of congestion going on in sector 2 at the moment. I think cars are finding it difficult. There's a Mercedes down there that's literally stopped to let people through. Hunter then onto the straight to finish the lap. And across the line he comes, 108.3, good improvement, 2 temps, puts him into P6. Nice lap, Hunter. where's Monsters gone? There he is. So we're going to do the hilly hot lap with Monsters. So see at the final corner, pick up the DRS here and head across the line. Don't really need to take a tight line over the line to start the lap. Head into the centre S. So as I said, I would usually use third or fourth in centre S, as does Monsters. And oh, he's going to invalidate straight away. Ah! He's the Ferrari. Sets 11. He's 3 tenths up. Heads to the line. 109.0. V16. Fatal. I think coming around to start a. You've got 20% energy. Who's this? This is Massey. Is anybody starting a lap? Please let somebody start a lap soon. Corius is on the outlap. If he invalidates, particularly right at the start, I'll give up. As Whoopi goes fastest and takes provisional pole 107.945. It's like Corius going to make this. Goodness me, that was tight. So anyway, 4th gear for the first parts of the Senna S. Nice exit as well as he heads up towards turn 4 now in DRS open. Crosses the line for sector 1, 9 thousandths of a second up. Turn 4, taking nicely, nice on the power on the exit. A little bit wobbly. It's coming up to the right hander. And, keeps it much tighter than we saw the driver earlier on. Still, I wouldn't say it was tight enough though, but then we've got the slow right, left, then fast right into the slowest corner on the track. Tightest corner on the track. Full power through this left-hander. Full throttle down to 3rd or 4th for the final corner. Come out, as I say, it's effectively a straight. I mean, corners take a little bit off your speed, but they're not proper corners, not really. Corius having a little mess around over the line, so clearly not improving. But that is a lap of Brazil into Lagos. So it's Whoopi on pole position. I think he quite looked pleased with himself, and he's also going to launch off the line, so he might be 5 seconds up at turn 1. Chaltino P2, Massey P3. Daguna in 4, Bowden 5. So that is Massey 3, Daguna 4. That is the championship rivals, or the closest to. And Massey pretty much marching towards the title at the moment, but Daguna is the closest to him. So that's good. Bowden in 5, good qualifying from Bowden. Hunter P6, good qualifying from him. And Junkie in P7. Chris in P8, Volungus 9. Monsters in P10. Nicely done, Monsters. Chip Van P11, Pete in 12, Craig in P13, Lycoris 14, Twigler in 15, X11, 16, Mr. Heatgang 17. He was used to full wet tyres. He's just come out of a race straight into this one after doing a full wet around Mexico, and it's yeah, he's used to driving around in full wet tyres, so I'm not surprised there. Fatal in a way, P18 on his return to action in HRF1. Ronaldo P19 and Wallace opting to start from the back this evening, or he crashed it into the wall on the pit exit. It's up to you on which one you believe. Mr. Heat going to set one up. Yep, fair enough, man. But I was just pointing out, it must have been a little bit tricky going from 36 laps on full wet tyres in horrendous monsoon conditions to full dry, hot weather, literally straight after. That must have been a bit weird, surely. Anyway, we do take a break, guys. So, Mr. Heat Gang, we do take a break. Please do not ready up. There will be a 5-minute break, so wait for an admin. And there we go. So, obviously, don't forget to do whatever little changes you might make to your setups, your strategy, your fuel, and blah, 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 all the rest. Anyway, it should be a great race. Another 36 lapper, but it's Brazil. So, anything can happen, anything goes. Oh, someone's hit the button. Oh, apparently it's a sprint. I didn't know it was a sprint, Whoopee. It's a good job I got a coffee, otherwise I'd be disappearing to make one. Alright then, there's no break because it's a sprint. There best be a break after the sprint. So I assume the sprint's 12 laps. If the race is 36, there must be 12 laps for the sprint. Oh, this has been the longest Sunday night ever, I have to tell you. Oh, Sunday night. I started at 4 PM today. Right, okay, so here we go. First sprint, 12 laps of Interlagos. Presumably everybody on the medium tyres, are they? Yeah, they are. I think slightly too long for the softs. I think nine laps would be okay for softs. 12 is a bit too much of a. It's too much of a risk that you may end up with a puncture towards the end. So now, is that actually happening, or is that my screen lagging like mad? On my screen, about 6 different cars went into a wall then. Oh, that would have been interesting. Okay, getting ready then for the sprint. Everybody on the medium tyre, so everybody will just do... It's just going to literally a sprint from start to finish. Now I see properly what, Wallace, you were on about when you said doing the Lewis Hamilton thing. I get it now properly. So, well, assuming, because he normally is, I'm not, well, actually, what we can do, we'll go on board with the Gooner, because, for the start, because I'm not actually sure who the lobby host is, whether it's him or Whoopi. Whoopi's always gets off to a good start. If you give him the lobby host as well, advantage, then it's just going to, well, as I said, he'll be 5 seconds up, 5 seconds ahead by turn 1. If the Gooner's got it, obviously he may well challenge into turn 1. We'll have to see. Like Cialdini was having a bit of fun there with the Gooner as well. So we wait for the last guys to line up. Volungis misses the grid slot slightly and is disqualified, but so you will race. It's just makes you start about half a metre back in your grid slot, roughly, and it does make a difference. There's no doubt about it. It's quite far back. So here we go, all lights on, and away we go. And yeah, Whoopi got the coast advantage. Look at that. Massey up into P2, gets a very nice start indeed. The Gooner, I think, just got caught in a little bit boxed in a little bit by Cialdini and Massey, but stays P4. And, who's that? Yeah, that's Chunky having a look at Hunter. Coming up to turn 4. Back out of it. To track. Cialdini's finest moment there, but no real harm done. Oh, as I get kicked from the lobby. Fantastic. Why is this happening now? Is it? I'm just trying to have a look outside to see if the weather's absolutely horrendous out there or something. Sorry about this, guys. I will obviously get back in as quick as I possibly can. So typical. It's the third time tonight. Happened twice in the last race, but didn't happen in the first race earlier on. So I can only assume the weather's got absolutely terrible out there or something affecting it. That's what else is going on. Just a Gooner. Here we go. So back into the session. Just quickly get back in. Shouldn't take long. It's one of the good things about the fact that I've got a next-gen console is that loading times are a lot quicker than if it was an Xbox One, which is nice. So here we go. Anyway, so we're only on lap 2, guys. We've not missed much, but so Whoopi still leads. Massey P2, Chaldinho is P3, so he's recovered up a little bit and clearly got some good pace today with Chaldinho. Laguna still P4, Bowden is P5, Junkie is P6. Actually, the fact that Chaldinho is P3 is making me think that what we saw, or what I saw before I got disconnected, actually didn't happen. And it might have done, but I've got a feeling it didn't, because Hazy managed to climb up to P3 that quickly. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that. So, just going to move down slightly here to Volungus. Trying to pick off ones that may actually give us a chance for an overtake. We've got Volungus here is on the back of Pete. And the RS is now activated. So, oh my word, good save Volungus. X11 off to a great start, by the way. That's 7 places already. And, oh, we've got a yellow flag, and it's Chaldinho. He's off track. He's lost it on the left. Well, flat out left-hander. Probably a slight lift in a race, to be fair. Oh, goodness me, almost takes out his teammate. And eventually rejoins, and he should be okay now, I think. So, P16 is where he finally gets up and running properly again. It's 11 on the back of Chip Van, has the DRS advantage. Chip Van too far away from the car in front. Not close enough on this occasion. We're going to help him get up to the back. Osley's gained 8 places already at 11. He's clearly used a lot of energy in doing that. Usually used 80% as Chaldinho immediately starts making his way back up through the field, and he moves ahead of Twiglet. It's P15. So the gap's just increased here, so let's go down, I think, to this group, maybe. This is Wallace, and he's got Chaldinho on the back of him. He has to just edge off there. It's very close to the cars in front. I'm really getting some lagging problems tonight, annoying me. So I've just removed another device from the Wi-Fi to see if that helps. Okay, where are we? Sounded like a bit of contact then. As Chaldinho, let's get past this. Well, you see, I say teammate. Actually, Wallace is the reserve. So, is he? Hang on, is he? I think he's reserve. I'm not 100% sure on that. I may be talking rubbish here. He may be full time. I'm supposed to know these things, I'm admin. Lycorius, Mr. Heat Gang up into P11 now, is improved 6 places, so he's having a good sprint. Lycorius, vicariously over the back of the Heat Gang. I'm not going to try and say that 3 times fast. So, oh, Fatal's dropping, and he does the right thing, waits for people to go past. Remove Fatal, just the accelerator. There we go. He's going again, Chaldinho and Mr. Heat Gang. On a charge, so Both Alfa Romeos through against Mr. Heat Gang. It's the Haas as well of Craig picks up the DRS and Slipstream. Oh, it's lagging about all over the place. Sorry guys, but it is. It's making it very difficult to see what's going on. But yeah, let's go somewhere else. I don't know if that's all me or whether that's driver as well. So, two Alfa Romeos are treating us to a right old ding dong of a battle. Seconds, Fatal's recovered round to the pits. So in his defence, offence, whichever, Wallace puts himself up a penalty. So ultimately, that's not made in the Alfa Romeos, but Bowden has had an issue as well. He drops down to 13 now, and that's Chaldinho, so he's called up somewhere with it. Bit of a touch there. Alright, Fatal. Well, look, you know what to do. If there's an issue, report it. I can't just shouting about it. So 6 of 1 and 2 yellows. I think it's just Fatal's cars come back on track. So. Have a look here. Pete's very close to the back of Volungus. Neither of them much energy. Both of the red lights will be flashing. Oh, and two's ended up round. Because I think him and Junkie have had contact, unless he just spun on the curb. And just as he was having a spin, he recovers it to Hunter, but he's B10. He's got Bowden fast approaching in the Haas. I don't know if he's got any. Look like the sort of contact that would cause damage, but. Can't tell you at the moment because oh, there we go. So side by side with Mr. Heat Gang, they keep it nice and clean. Always good on your debut if you actually drive side by side with the boss and keep it nice and clean. Not so good for your debut is to actually overtake the boss. He doesn't like that. And it looks like he might be under a bit of pressure from Lycorius here as well. It's like probably a double toe. Maybe a treble toe. So I think, guys, I can't leave this when it's like this. And there's monsters retires in the pits. Okay. Back to P14. I was going to go up to the leaders because they were really tight, but I couldn't move because of the battle that was going on here, and now the gaps increased at the front again. So, what we'll do is come up to the Ferraris, who really tight together, but just ahead. Longest to the outside then. Look, X11's coming back at him. Oh, oh, you're going to report your teammate for that, though, X11. Two X11s, sorry, two Lithuanians going at it together, but to be fair, they've done very, very well in the sprint, haven't they? Volungus up 3 places from 9th to 6th, and X11 from 16th to 7th. So like I said, Fatal, just report it. Like everybody else, you know. Right, on to the last lap of the sprint. Let's go up to our leaders then. Very, very tight. Apologies to the leaders, we've barely seen them, but the top 3, as you can see, remained dominant. Fatal. That. Whoopi takes pole position then. Massey P2, Daguna 3. Junkie Emperor crosses line for P4. Chipfan P5. Belungis comes across P6. X11 7. P8. Biden 9. Lycorius 10. Chardino 11. Wallace drops to 12 with the penalty. Hunter P13, Craig 14. I'll finish off. Okay, gives driver a day to Wallace for the sprints. That wouldn't be my choice, but don't give a driver a day for a sprint in a way, so it doesn't make any odds. Scroll down to the bottom. So Craig was 14, Heat Gang in 15, Twiglet in 16, Ronaldo 17, Chris in 18, and Monsters and Fatal didn't finish. Just go to the results of the sprint. You can see the penalty there, a couple of penalties there. That 3 seconds really hurt Wallace in the end, didn't it? No, didn't drop to 3 places. Not ideal. And press race director and it disappears, of course it does. Right, this time guys there will be a break, so you know there you go. Yeah, so all in all the sprint race was quite fun. I'm having some serious problems with lagging now and it's just affecting what I'm seeing quite a bit. So oh look, rain, fantastic. That's heavy as well. Oh, my second full wet race of the evening. Great. Love it. 36 laps again. Full wet. We love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, as I said, guys, there is going to be a break, so please wait for an admin to say that it's time to go, and see you in a moment. Right, okay, guys, I'm back. What's going on? Are we restarting? I'm guessing somebody readied up.
Go for it.
Right, yeah, it's a restart, guys, so gonna have to leave the lobby and rejoin. Chip Van holds his hand up and takes responsibility, apologises, says he knocked the button as he was getting out of the seat. Thank you, Whoopi. I'll join now. There we go. Right, so we got. What's going on? Have I pressed a button? I've forgotten. Yeah, apparently I have. Okay, excellent. So, yeah, we do have 20. Excellent. So that appears everybody's back in. X11 just need to select the cart. And the host to be able to do the grid. Right, okay. So, say we're just doing a restart, guys. We won't be too long. Just gotta do the grid. Chip Van, if you can select your car, please, buddy. I think they need you to select the car. There he goes. He's done it. Excellent. Selected. Right. So now, who's our host tonight? I forgot. No, it is Whoopi. Yeah, of course it is. After that start in the sprint, see if he does it again in this one. Um, yeah, so Whoopi will be able to just put the grid order back together, and then we can move on. So sorry that we've had to restart, guys. I know it's be a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. And so let me get on with it. They will obviously get a couple of minutes, guys, just to do their setups. Strategies, all that sort of thing. Um, yeah, so guys, please, as said in Discord, don't ready up. Just do your setup first. Do your setup. Make sure you've got the right setup, and then do the rest. Loading screen is dry. It should be full wet. I usually find the loading screen matches the weather, so it's supposed to be on full wet. Is that just a me thing? Am I the only one that's ever seen that before? Oh, Bowden's not going to be able to do a setup and all that. He's just left the session. No, Dad. I have been very wet recently, James, haven't I? Wet Tuesday. It's wet twice tonight. And what about Friday? What was Friday? I've forgotten what we even did Friday. What's PRF1 Friday? That was Jeddah, was it? I think. I want to say Jeddah. No, it wasn't. It was Japan because it was Spreader's favourite track, but he never won. So no, it was Dry Friday. It's not my fault though, James. Speak to Whale. He makes the weather. It's I think it's because he's a whale. He prefers wet. You see, he's a whale living on land, so he likes a lot of rain. Where is Whale in a way? He usually comes on a Sunday. He's usually at work, I think, on Sundays, and he usually logs on. Whoopi prefers everything wet. Wow, Whoopi. It's naughty. Yeah, so we got a... Bowden, unfortunately, has been kicked on a loading screen, and he's not able to do his setup or anything. Oh no, sorry, I've misread that. Sorry. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. My controller batteries are low, so we'll change those. Oh, the Mercedes mechanic's doing a little dance in the pit lane. Hayden's just showed us a little picture of that in the Discord. Brilliant. Naughty, naughty. Yeah, whoopee. I don't know whether is that a bit X-rated? Am I gonna have to say that my stream's not for kids anymore because of that one? Ah, the kids are just think you mean rain, don't they? Well, they would have until I just mentioned. Oh god. The call is out. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let it go. Let it go. Soggy, moist, sodden. I like sodden. That's a good one. Yes. What else is there to say? Right then, off we go on the formation lap. Oh! Oh! Look at that! 18 drivers on full wets, but the Alfa Romeos, just like, nah, this ain't full wet conditions, man. I'll tell you what, Alfa Romeos, this is definitely full wet conditions. You're in trouble. Well, they clearly think that it's going to dry up quick enough to start on the inters. We all know what Brazil could be like, and it can change very quickly from dry to wet, wet to dry, and all that. But this would have to be some sort of world record for this to go to intermediate weather that quick. Look at the puddles. They're everywhere. And my prediction is that the Alfa Romeos will find themselves way behind by the time it gets to pitting. Oh! Got to the O, didn't you? Oh! Sorry to everybody else. Obviously, me and James have got the mental age of 3-year-olds. Apologise to everybody else. So, at some point this century, we're going to get this race going. Yup. Let's see how Whoopi starts in the wet. So, again, let's go to... Which one do you reckon? I don't know. Oh, yeah, the Junkie. Better view because it's on left-hand side, so the standings aren't covering it so badly. Little pools, the lights start coming on. 5 lights on. All lights out, and away we go. Actually, Massey looks like he got off to a really good start. I don't know, Daguna seems to get a run on him. So backs out of it slightly. All sorts going on down the field, of course. One Aston hits the car, then knocks into another car, and there's a bit of a ripple effect going on, I think. Lycorius has ended up round. And I don't think that was any real fault of his own. Looks like everybody else actually managed to keep it going. I'm not quite sure how. But, looks like they did. So, get the position changes. Chip Van up 9 places. Wow. We'll start. Of course, down 11. So he's definitely the one that come off worse out of all that. But some sort of miracle. All the others appear to have kept it going. Trying to see if of course it's got any damage, but difficult. Can't see anything obvious there. Craig having a look round the. Was having a look round the outside. Seems to get boxed in a little bit. Wallace is struggling. Look, he's struggling. And he's going to drop right down now. Look at this. Yeah, he's down to the back. It's not working. The Alfa Romeos are in trouble. Called it. Chardinho is faring better. Of course, not alongside Craig to have a look, but carry on. He's already back up the P16 Lycorius, so just shows how quickly it can change for you. And now they've dropped down a little bit. And he's now got Wallace on the back of him, but yeah, Wallace is, he's a really good fast driver, and he's a long way off the leaders already. It's all pretty close to the back of Monsters. And, actually, let's go to Twiglet, who's really close, but he's ran wide, and that's going to allow Lycorius an opportunity. Obviously, Twiglet gets the inside in the next corner. The Alfa Romeo is going to really make a difference here. Look, it's really causing problems. It's not quite sure why Alfa Romeo thought this would be a good idea. It's just not worked. And that is the 2 Alfa Romeos to the back then. Chardinho is trying to stay ahead of Ronaldo. Well, he has stayed ahead of Ronaldo, but I'm not really sure what the point in that is. You may as well back off and allow him through, let him carry on with his own race instead of being involved in it. Nah, it actually appears as if he may have done just that then. But there we go, in a way, that's the 2 Alfa Romeos to the back. Obviously, the question for them is, does it dry up quick enough that they still get some sort of advantage? And to say, if you actually look at the track back and look where the race leaders are in comparison, that's, I'm confident, is more than a pit stop ahead already. Oh, and there's a spin from X11. Comes out the final corner. So he drops down to P11, but he is back going, and no risk from behind. Lycorius is the car behind. Chris is got a run here on Lycorius. Just to the outside. Squeeze a little bit, but not too much, within fairness, within reason. And ultimately, it looks like Chris is gonna take that position as he gives Lycorius a bit of a squeeze back on the exit of the Centre S. So Chris up into P12 now. Now up the front, Whoopi is flying at the moment. Massey still within range. Now I must admit, the fact that the 2 Alfa Romeos have given it a go starting on the intermediates, there's no doubt that this race must be going to dry up at some point. So it's, and I would have thought that we're going to get to Winters reasonably early in the race. So Don't think the stint's going to be very long. See McLaren's flying at the moment, P3, P4. I'm looking down, trying to find us a battle. Mr. Heat Gang. Close to Pete. Got a bit of an overspeed with the toe. As I said earlier in the sprint, it's when you move out of the toe, the problems come. You suddenly lose that speed advantage you got. Not being dragged along anymore. And, it used to be, I must admit, it used to be, back in the day, watching F1, it used to be that when it was wet, you used to cheer, because you knew anything could happen. Nowadays, I have to admit, because I know it's health and safety, I know they want to make sure the drivers are safe, but as Chris has to recover from a spin. But yeah, I do think they've taken it too far in the F1. That's in real life. You don't see them going out in the conditions they used to. And I do know sometimes on occasion it was insane sometimes when they were out on track, but that Spa that year was probably stupid, but you know, you miss those sort of conditions and the races they can bring. But anyway, back to this race. Yeah, I must admit, actually, these days, particularly on the game, if anything, it seems to nullify it a little bit. It's sort of the not having DRS seems to make it almost impossible these days to overtake. And spray it all around. And I think this track's beginning to dry. It's still a tad wet, so yeah, it is still a tad wet, there's no doubt about it. You can see there that Wallace is still a little bit iffy on those intermediates, but there is no doubt at all. You see a line appearing. I'm afraid for the Alfa Romeo is the best they can hope for here, I think. Trying to work out who that is. I think it's like Corius is probably... Yeah, so like Corius in P12 is probably within range of Wallace, but I'm not sure he's within range of Cialdino. Fatal comes into the pits after that bang with a barrier. So anyway, let's go to Hunter. He's got Chip Van behind. Heat Gang in front, so it's in an Aston Martin sandwich. And he picks up 3 seconds for his troubles. Sure there'll be plenty more penalties to go around before the end of this race, but it's not ideal for Hunter and X11 to have one this early, but as long as they don't pick up another, they should be okay. He sets fastest lap of the race. A little bit of a gutting moment there when you're a bit further down. As Massey is in, Massey is acting first. He's coming in. This must be for intermediates. I can't see any other reason he pit. I mentioned it was drying. It seemed to be drying. It seemed that there was a line appearing. Although it was pretty clear that Wallace was still struggling a bit. I think this is really tight as to whether this is spot on or whether it's a lap early. I think it's spot on. I'm looking at the gap between Chris and Wallace. Oh, Chris just entered the pits. Typical. I'm not sure, but I think he's absolutely nailed this spot on, Massey. We'll see. as they come around again. I can't imagine anybody's going to do another lap on the full wets after this one. So Massey exited the pits in P10. The gap between him and Chip Van was 8 seconds. First I looked at it, it's gradually coming down. He's definitely gaining time on the car directly ahead of him, and that angle that we've just seen Whoopi take, sorry, to Gunnar, in fact, he's into the pits. Not great news for Junkie Emperor, he will have to stay out an extra lap. On go the intermediates on to Whoopi's car. Where is Massey? He's still got a way to go, isn't he? I think. Well, actually, I think Whoopi may have done the right thing staying out an additional lap. Yeah, there's Whoopi is out. He's going into turn 4. Looking at the track map, I would say that's about a 3 to 4 second gap. So when it all settles down, I think we'll find that gaps between 3 and 4 seconds. We'll see. It's yeah, you've got to give it to it. I think Whoopi has nailed it. In fact, Whoopi's managed to extend the gap to Massey at the moment. In comes Junkie Emperor, and there's a yellow flag out and sets her free. There's a spun car. I have absolutely no idea who that car is. Oh, I think it was Fatal Defiance, but then so Whoopi and Massey did get back past Gunnar. I think Gunnar probably. Sorry, it was Junkie, wasn't it? Not to Gunnar. And oh, Volungus is disqualified from the session. For some, well, it's something to do with the pit lane, the pit exit, or something. Blocking the pit exit, was it? And I think this is a virtual safety car. Longest lose the session. So is anybody yet to pit? Where is Pete at the moment? He's agonisingly having to wait for. No, it's a full safety car, isn't it? It's not virtual, it's full. Is it? Yeah, the safety car is out, down, just in front of turn 4. So, well, I guess ultimately it's ideal for Pete and Hunter for pitting. So, they're still going to return to pretty much where they were. And for Craig as well. Yeah, so the two McLarens go through. Yeah, looks like Bowden's going to go through, but that's it. Then Craig is in after that, and the two Aston Martins will be behind. That's 11 through to P10. Craig. So the Haas right at the end of the pit lane, so it's going to be a short exit, but there we go. Monster's in as well, needs a new front wing. And Fatal retires from the session. Sorry if I've missed any comments in the chat, by the way. I've been neglecting you, I apologise. I've actually paused, so I don't know if I've actually missed any or not. Trying to look, and I think we will be, well, looking at what I'm seeing, I think we will head to full dries, slicks, eventually. It is still raining, but it's very, very light compared to what it was. So I think this is going to be drying up, but how soon, that's the thing. I honestly, I don't know how, but remarkably, the Alfa Romeos have ended up in P11 and 12 now. I've got no idea how they're there. But they are. And, disaster of a decision at the start of the race, but well, just amazing I haven't come in and switched to slicks, actually, to be quite honest. I'm not sure what they're thinking. So Monster's got a little way to catch up yet, so the safety car just coming through sets of 2. So I don't think we're going to get going this lap. I think it's going to be another lap yet. Yeah, fair enough, Faye. I wasn't sure if you were a lap down. I thought you were, but I wasn't 100% sure, so... Yeah, I just expect this safety car not coming in yet. Monster's on his way round. He'll definitely catch it this time. But, line, it's definitely getting darker, isn't it, the racing line, but yeah, it's not, it's nowhere near full slicks yet. It's nowhere near, but I don't think we're going to be that full. What's going on here between the two Alfa Romeos? Being silly, come on guys. Let's twiggle it through as well. What is going on? Craig now gets a 5-second penalty for it in Lycorius. Who's dropped to the back. I'm looking at this track thinking it's drying really quickly. I don't think we're going to be that far away from slicks, you know. I've got a feeling people will now be thinking, oh, why didn't I do it? Why didn't I pick the slicks? It didn't look like it was drying up quick enough, but it's looking pretty dry now. I wonder if we might see people in straight away. May need a few laps, I don't know. It's hard to gauge just watching rather than actually being out there driving it. So, restart. Still waiting, still waiting. Whoopee goes now. Ivan's got a bit of a run here on Junkie Emperor. And oh, Chipvan's gone. Something's happened behind. Oh god, there's drivers dropping up. Left, right and centre, I don't know what's going on. It's ended up rounds. You can't say it's not entertaining anyway. But somebody else gone. Chip van out. We knew that one already, didn't we? Craig and Lycorius both into the pits, served their penalty, and put new intermediates on. May have been some damage involved there somewhere. Monsters drops Playing gains back, P10. Off for Chris. He's coming under a bit of pressure himself from Mr. Heat Gang. Showing some really good side-by-side racing in this race so far. It's Mr. Heat Gang. Hopefully he could be a really good addition to the league, I hope. Seems I got him in. It's Whoopi Set's fastest lap, and he's already extended out over a second lead. It's Bowden. Get alongside enough. He feels he is, and he makes the move. Does it fairly. Chris leaves plenty of room, and that is up into P11 for Bowden. So now let's see if we can get after Monsters. Ronaldo brilliantly today. P8. Keep it going, man. Wallace on the back of X11 on his 14 lap hold inters. I could watch this race back 100 times and I still won't know how the Alfa Romeos have gotten away with this. They were miles behind, absolutely miles behind. X11 just gets away out of the final corner there. That's going to make it very, very difficult indeed for Wallace. That's it now. Obviously Wallace won't know, but X11 has got a huge amount of energy in comparison to him, so it's going to make it even more difficult. Oh, Wallace, got to be careful on the curb. The rear of the car began to come out slightly, but he saved it. And, well there. So, seems to start off his attempt to get him past. He's really got pace. It's going to be interesting when they move to the slick tyres. So it's not a case of if, it's a case of when. And I think it's going to be very soon, because this track really does, look at it, see where it's wetter off the racing line, but I don't think this is going to be much longer. To say, it's always hard. I think Lycorius has had a spin. Is it? No, it's not Lycorius. Well, apologies, Lycorius. It's Pete. Oh, we've got a battle going on. Monsters and Bowden. As Chip Van leaves the session. He's out. So, okay. So, little train of cars here, as you can see, from the Red Bull of Hunter. Down to a Glutton P14, so it's 6 cars in total. There doesn't even seem to be any spray, does there? There doesn't seem to be... I'm getting no spray on the camera at all, which you normally get. Really must be very, very close now. And as it stands right now, it would be a switch to to medium tyres to see the race out. Someone's got out first. I'm looking at the screen. I can't see any rain now. I don't think it is raining. So let's see. It's a little bit overcast. There is a sun up there somewhere. It's cloudy. It's just preventing the sun from trying to track up as quickly. It's I don't think they're just going to move up actually to two McLarens driving exceptionally well this evening, and he picks up a further penalty. I think he actually served the last penalty in the pits, so I think that is just the 3 seconds he's got. But this Whoopi now sets a new fastest lap of the race of 1:15.7, so the time is coming down now as well. And Wallace is in. So I was just about to say actually, the two McLarens, one of them needs to pit, in my opinion. Well, Wallace isn't the only one in. Look, there's an absolute massive cars into the pit lane. 8 cars I think into the pit lane, going to medium tyres. And my initial reaction is they've done the right thing. I think McLaren are going to lose out here, you know. I really do, because presumably the Gooner will pit this lap for slicks to stay out an extra lap, which is going to hurt. To say that gap right now between Twiglet and Wallace is pretty stagnant. So Wallace needs to get some temperature in the mediums first. Oh, as Massey picks up a penalty. He's sped into the pit lane, picks up 5 seconds. So Junkie Emperor, as suggested, does stay out. Daguna into the pits. And now Wallace has begun to get the gap down. So he is gaining time now. I think this lap is the ultimate lap for pitting, in my opinion. Out comes Whoopi then. No danger for him. Holds the lead comfortably. Massey comes out P3. Daguna P4. Dini on his way out. Close between him and his teammate, but his teammate does go past. Probably best that way round at the moment. Wallace penalty free, but he's got his tyres heated up already. He may be able to get the gap down a little bit. Maybe a slight chance of him, well, both the Alfa Romeos maybe getting the gap down to Junkie Emperor. He's the one. Junkie having to do the extra lap. So it's absolutely right. Wallace pitted at the right time. There's no doubt about that. I think the next lap was the optimal lap, but as a team, they got it right there, Alfa Romeo, in my opinion. But Junkie is in. We know Whoopi's going to go through. We know Mass is going to go through. We know Daguna's going to go through. But what about the Alfa Romeos? I don't think they are, you know. I don't think he's lost that much time. That's his teammate who's just gone through on the inside. So no, the Alfa Romeos are going to get nowhere near him. As you can see from the track map, he's not that far behind his teammate Amasi, so it's not been that harmful for Junkie, really. He has lost time. He was on the back of Daguna before the pit stops. He was within a second of his teammate, so he has lost time, but it's not the end of the world, is it, at all? Not at all. This one. So penalties being picked up around the order. So it's going to see an opportunity. Ronaldo as the Alfa Romeo switch positions. Chardino have his tyres up to temperature now. Not quite able to get close enough there, Ronaldo. Keep going, don't get sort of drawn into using your energy. Let the DRS keep you on the back of him. His energy is pretty much gone, so honestly, it may be best for Ronaldo just to use. He has got Bowden behind him, so he could come under a bit of pressure himself. But, Ronaldo gets on the energy. Don't really blame him now. Does he even have DRS? No, he doesn't. So he needs to get back within the 1 second, doesn't he, of X11? And he's just going to very much become vulnerable to Bowden. And in turn then, of course, it would be Mr. Hoot Gang and Monsters as well. Monsters having a good race today as well. Chardinho, a bit further up, has caught onto the back of Junkie Emperor. And also, we know from qualifying that Chardinho is clearly pacey. There's no ifs or buts about that. He's obviously very quick, but see, he's got that penalty. We've completed 2/3 of the race now, so into the final third, which will be the quickest third. As Bowden looks left, he looks right, he looks left again, and through on the inside of the centre S goes Bowden. Yeah, Ronaldo managed to get DRS himself there, so Heat Gang not able to make the move as Monsters having a little look around ahead of him to see what might come his way. I'm just going to move up to Chaldinho because they're just coming around the final corner. That was such that I thought he might be able to get a move here, but I think he just seems to have got on a better exit. So if there's a move, I think it's more likely now to be down at turn 4. To yellow flag. I'm looking down there, I can't see anything. Supposed to be where Lycorius was, but he seems to be going okay. I'm not sure what that was about. Well, he couldn't get a move that time, Chardinho. Mr. Heat Gang has gotten ahead of Ronaldo, season speed 9. Monster's having a look, not able to get alongside though. So stays away from that. I've just noticed that Hunter's found himself down below these guys, but makes that one up and gets ahead of Monsters. So it's P11. It look a little bit like Monsters moved out the way there. I'm not quite sure. So it just runs out a bit wide. It's just going to compromise him here. And eventually, of course, Ronaldo doesn't have DRS, so you would think this is going to be the most simple overtake of the day, you would have thought, with Hunter this close to him. Not really any point in Ronaldo trying to fight this one, I don't think. And just had a little think about it, but wasn't close enough. Now he has the same problem as before, actually, because Ronaldo, of course, now will get DRS. Can he Just have the extra speed, doesn't need straight line speed. And makes the move, and he's up into P11. Nice racing from both of them again. Showing good awareness, good sense of position and spatial awareness to leave plenty of room for the overtake while trying to defend at the same time. Very nicely done. So Chardinho has gotten ahead of Junkie Emperor. Junkie Emperor still within the DRS range of Chardinho, and that's where he wants to stay. Basically, he knows Chardinho's got the penalty. At the moment, Chardinho's 5.7 seconds off of Massey, who I believe has got a 5-second penalty. Chardinho's got a penalty, so it doesn't matter that much to him, but Junkie can hold on to Chardinho. There could be... It's a chance, it may be a small chance, but there may be a chance that Chardinho could drag him along into that penalty range of Massey before the end of this race, but obviously we know Chardinho's pace, so that will be a very tough task for Junkie Emperor, but we'll see if he can do that. Mr. Heat Gang. Continuing what I think has been a very impressive debut. Showed a lot of ability. It's a bit much curb on that corner, but so what, doesn't matter. Showing plenty of ability to ride side by side with others in this race. Yeah, I think he's going to run out of tarmac, is he, for turn 1? Oh no, maybe not. Moves to the outside for the centre S. And yeah, and even manages to leave room on the exit there at turn 2. Yeah, turn 2. And pretty close together there, but yeah, that was nicely done. Because turn 2 is actually really difficult to leave room. You got to, because you tend to be on the outside of turn 1, so then keep it close enough to the inside on turn 2 to leave room on the outside can be really difficult. So good well there, Mr. Heat Gang. We like to see that on a debut. So these guys are seeing X11 disappear up the road from them as well, which they're battling, of course. Doesn't help that is like one of the weirdest views I've ever seen. What's going on there? It's like I was looking in a mirror at them. Strange. Again, Barney's just going away a bit. I do wonder sometimes, I must admit, when people go round... Well, I've gone round the outside of centre S myself plenty of times, but I wonder sometimes if it might be better off to be more of a, you know, maybe try it one time, back out of it, and then the next lap go, you know, look like you're doing it again, but actually go for more of a cutback sort of opportunity instead for the lead up to turn 4. You know, there's little different, so it's more like in real life F1, the little sort of mind games that go on. It's like a chess match sometimes. Oh no, monsters. Oh. He's having a good race, monsters. That's hurt him a little bit. Again, not able to get close enough this time. It's so inviting because he could. Oh, that's the penalty. That one I heard a little bit, but it's almost being invited in by the Haas of Bowden because you can see the light flashing. He knows he's low on energy, but just keeps getting away slightly out of all the corners, and it's frustrating. There's a yellow flag. I've got no idea. Oh, I feel it's a McLaren. think it was Chunky Emperor. I'm not 100% sure, guys, but I think that was Chunky Emperor. Well, whatever it was, it's happened, and he's back going again really quickly, so don't make any difference, really. And, massive advantage Bowden now in all this battle, to be honest. He's obviously all of the others have got penalties now in this little battle, so the actual drivers that, one driver in particular that will be looking to gain off of this is Twiglet in P12. If he can, if these three continue to battle, sorry, these four continue to battle, they've all, you know, all bar Bowden have got penalties, and he's the one at the front of the line, so Twiglet potentially can continue gaining, and he is gaining slightly, a bit at a time. If he can continue to do that, could be an opportunity, and that's... Is that X11? It is, it's X11. The Ferrari, well, that's just giving everybody a place. Unlucky X11. His tyres are pretty tough as well, and that's going to cause that. Right. Off then. So again, I don't know why, I don't know how, but Bowden just seems to get too much. Seems to make too much time out of the corners. Every single time he's coming out of a corner, he just accelerates away a bit, and he just can't get past. But here you go, look, Twiglet's taking another 3 tenths out of the gap, so it's happening. We are getting further on now. Give it another lap or so. Giordino now climbs into P3, but yeah, he's got that penalty. But yeah, give it another lap or so, and I'll bring the penalties up. But X11, of course, pitted after that damage and has put on a set of softs, and he'll obviously look to see if he can take the fastest lap. Let's go back down. Can't really do much other than watch this battle. It's definitely the best opportunity we've got. The heat gang, I don't. Has he got DRS? Yeah, he has got DRS. It's close. Ronaldo's picked up a penalty. I'm not going to lie to you, Ronaldo was going to be my driver of the day. He was flying towards driver of the day, but that penalty is taking it off him. Sorry, Ronaldo, but nobody. I don't give driver of the day to people with penalties, but he was definitely going towards it. I'll give him a shout out though at the end. So, this heat gang gets a little bit out of shape on the exit of the left-hander, and it's given Hunter the opportunity to get past. So up into P8 goes Hunter. Still, Twiglet is on the back of Chris. He has caught them, and he is in line to gain 3 places, surely. Heat Gang gets back past Hunter. Chris is having a look, but let's get the penalties up there. And I'm never that big a fan of doing this. Well, Hunter's got 6 seconds, so he's going to drop out of this eventually at the end in a way, but sorry, it's just a little move going on here. Is there? No, not quite. Thought we caught the move a little bit further down. Didn't quite happen. These guys are still going at it. Hunter, oh, he's going to do the same again, look. He's going up the inside at the right-hander, and squeezes his heat gang a little bit, and his heat gang keeps it in, and does really well, actually, to regain the position there. Oh, no, that's a bit lag on my screen, okay. Hunter just gets a bit of an awkward exit, it looked like, so in the final corner, so I think he's a little bit vulnerable here to Chris. So ultimately, you'll know. Oh, there's a contact! Oh, Hunter. Oh, that's dropped him. Oh, he spun again as well. It's dropped Chris to 14th. Like Horace had a little spin there again. If that's not like you, like Horace, I apologise. Getting right at the end now. Fastest lap X11 as expected on the soft tyres. Well, he's still got a way to go yet. Okay, that's fine. Levin picks up another 3 seconds. He won't be worried about that. He's got his fastest lap. In the end. Let's go to the leaders then. So Whoopi will cross the line and is victorious in Brazil. Really good drive, Whoopi. Very, very impressed. Massey crosses the line, P2. Cialdino crosses the line, P3, but Daguna moves ahead of him. Oh, I've just been kicked. Oh, I can't believe it. I think something weird was going on with the timings then at the end. Whoopi, I'll see if I can join, mate, but I don't know if I can. It's the end of the session. I don't think it'll even let me. Oh, it is. It is. It's loading. Right, okay, there we go. Right, so there's the positions there. So Cialdino stayed P3 actually. That was me being I don't think I'm being kicked this time. I think this is the actual normal end of the race. So I'll do the countdown in just a moment. Driver of the day, Twiglet, and I tell you what, he gets my driver of the day as well. Superb race from Twiglet. Stayed penalty free, picked up those places at the end, finished P8. I completely agree with that. I'm not going to lie, guys, for this being kicked thing, I'm just going to skip the podium because I don't want to leave it and get kicked. Yeah, shout out to Ronaldo, by the way. Well, I was absolutely on for getting my driver of the day tonight, but just picked up a penalty late on, which means I can't give it to him. Twiglet actually finished P7 in the end. So yeah, so a massive congratulations to our top three, of course, and Daguna in P4 drove very well as well. But my driver today, as I say, goes to Twiglet. Superb drive today, and I'll do my little congratulations in Discord. All in all, that was an enjoyable race. Sprint was a little bit nutty at times, but the actual main race was brilliant. Falungus, I've no idea what happened to you for the disqualification, mate. I'm sorry that's happened, though. Yeah, and there we have it. These things happen. Um, of course, will be no problem at all. I don't know what's going on with all this being kicked. I think I can't really see outside. It's too dark, but I've got a feeling it might be a monsoon outside or something that's causing it. But there we go. Mr. Hate Gang P8 on debut, you drove very well, mate, and showed really good side by side racing. So really good debut, man. Really impressed with that, and that was fun. That was fun. You lent to the stream as well because your battle there towards the end kept us entertained. So thank you very much. Um, yeah, and as I say, Twiglet moving up to P7 and over the penalties, getting that gap down to do that at the end is and stay penalty free is he gets my driver of the day. So there we go. In a way, I'll be in the Discord in a moment doing the usual little right sort of congratulations thing. Yeah. So really good Brazil race, guys. As I say, the sprint was a little bit nutty at times, but all in all, the actual main race there, which is the main thing in my opinion, is the was really good. So yeah, that was enjoyable. I did enjoy that. Don't forget, guys, we will be live tomorrow night. Trem streams the Monday Night League from the from YouTube or on YouTube. So please give us a watch tomorrow night if you want. It's me and Well Continue our fight for the constructors, and his fight for the drivers. So see you tomorrow night, same time, 8 p.m. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks to everybody that's watched live with me and kept me entertained. You're all legends. Thank you so much. And thanks to everybody who watches my streams back at a later point as well. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm not just saying that, I do really appreciate it. So thank you very much to all of you. Good night. God bless. Enjoy the last couple of hours of the weekend, and have a good working week or whatever it is you're doing in your week. Good night. God bless.